hello, everybody. Marhaban, salam alaikum. Today is, or tonight is going to be a great show for us because we have the coolest Ben from Rooted Reptiles. But like usual, let's say hi to everyone who stopped to say hi to Ben. But yeah, hi Ben.
How's it going? Thanks for
Great.
having me.
You're welcome. All right, let's say hi to Will. Hi, Will.
What's going on?
Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming on. I'm blinding myself. Hold on.
Get the glasses.
the the Terminator glasses. I'll be back. All right. Oh, that's so much better. Here we have Courtney. Hi, Bun.
Hello.
Kyle's wife.
Oh, yeah. I figured once I saw the last name.
Hi, Mitzi. Yes, vibes up. Thank
How's
you
it
so much.
going?
Awesome. Oh, and we have the brother man, Kyle.
What up?
Great. Thanks for being here, guys. Adrian. Hi, Adrian. Mabuhay.
How's it going?
Wow. Thank you, guys. You guys rock. There you go, Ben. Saying hi.
Hello.
All right. Ben, what's up, man?
Nothing much. Another day in paradise.
Great. We're so excited to have you.
Excited to be here.
Yes. So, what has been really exciting the past few weeks, and for those who has not gotten to know you, please explain yourself to them.
Yeah. Well, I would say in the last few weeks, I've kind of started changing my light cycles in the room and my feeding cycles. A lot of my snakes have kind of been off feed, and I'm kind of fasting them, trying to stimulate some breeding activity. So as of recently, I started feeding some snakes again, and I think they're stoked to be eating. But on top of that, I guess I'm just kind of a person that started in the reptile hobby. I don't know, coming up on 3-4 years now, and just kind of snowballed out of control. And one lizard led to a couple lizards to a couple snakes, and then yeah, and now we're here with a pretty significant collection of animals and a lot of animal chores.
Basically, that's how it happens. You start with one, and you just don't start with one. Sometimes it slowly turns into a bit of addiction.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I
Yeah.
used to work at a reptile store here in Arizona, and people would come in and, I would always ask them, I would say, what do you keep? What are you working with? And for the people that would be like, oh, I just have a crested gecko or a leopard gecko, or I just have one ball python. I'd always tell them, I'd be like, I don't know many reptile people that just have one reptile.
Yeah.
Like, not for long, at least. It's
Yeah.
a slippery slope.
Right. Oh, this comment. I actually snort snake shreds.
Oh no. Yeah, see, that's the slippery slope I'm telling you about.
Awesome. That is hilarious. I actually had I know it's very exciting when you get to see them come out for the first time after a good shed.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah. So my Batman shed, and he came out this morning, and I haven't seen him for like a week, and he was just all pippy and happy.
Nice. Just
Yeah.
glowing.
Yes, gorgeous. Hi, Ash.
How's it going?
It's my girl. All
Nice.
right. Who else is here? Rocket and Countdown. Yeah, for sure. Hi, G Paw.
How's it going?
Awesome. So, how would you counteract a situation where you want to have so many animals and you see someone starting to get into the hobby? Like, what kind of advice would you give them?
Yeah, absolutely. We joke around saying it's a slippery slope, like it's addicting, but you start going to the reptile store because you're going to get food for your one animal, and you see another animal and you're like, wow, that would look really nice next to it. So I would say a good way to kind of keep yourself in check is make sure that you have an end goal for that animal, right? Like visualize how big that adult enclosure is going to be, visualize where you want it in your home, and kind of backtrack from there. Obviously, you don't put your baby animal in the adult enclosure, and
Right.
there's baby steps going into it, but a lot of people, they end up with 10, 12 animals before they know it, and they're all cute hatchlings, right?
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, right, exactly, you feed them and they grow. So if you can't sustainably keep them throughout their adulthood, it maybe slow down and take a deep breath and figure out what your goals are in the reptile hobby and what you'd like
Mhm.
to get out of it, and then kind of reevaluate, because
Mhm.
there's no stopping them from growing. They don't just grow to their cage size and stuff like that. So
Yeah. You're definitely like what Kyle said. That's very good advice. And one thing that I've noticed from you is that you said you've been in the hobby for what, 4 years?
yeah, coming up around 4 years now.
Right. And I've noticed on your page, you advocate for these animals. You're essentially a voice for them, and not just for them, but for newcomers and even for people who have been in the hobby for years. You have given us wisdom and you have given us insight and things that people who have been in here for years didn't know about. And then they take a look at your channel and they're like, oh, I didn't think about that. That's actually a pretty good idea. So we commend you for coming into this hobby with 4 years in it, and you've given us great advice. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I really do appreciate hearing that, because at the end of the day, we're all here to help each other, right? So if I can help anyone, I think that's a win. That's the whole point in posting, is bringing us together and just helping out, because it's kind
Yeah.
of scary and overwhelming at first,
Yeah.
especially if you're new. So
Mhm.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem. And when it comes to these animals, because they don't have the ability to speak, we all wish they could.
Yeah,
And
make
we
things a lot easier.
right, and we speak to them like they're our children and anything like that. But you know, you essentially have that voice for them. So with people who are just coming in, or if you see like even at like shows or anything like that, and you see someone giving the wrong information, you're not going to be the type to step back. You're going to give a voice, are you? Or what's your
No, absolutely, absolutely. We had kind of talked when we were. I'll take you up on that anytime, brother. What's up, Tristan? Um, well, like we were kind of talking backstage, how you were saying you have an expo coming up, and
Mhm.
that kind of makes me think of, I also vend expos, and I work with my buddy at Camo Cages, and we sell enclosures for PVC enclosures for reptiles. And I mean, you could use them for whatever you'd like, but they're for reptiles. But sometimes people will come and check out our table, and we do have animals that we produced, for sale, and they'll be like, "Oh, your green tree pythons, like they're really really bitey, huh? Everyone says they're bitey," and
Mhm.
I just kind of let them know they can be, but it's how you interact with the animal, and there's things along the lines of that some people have misinformation, and I'm not
Yeah.
afraid to kind of confront them and let them know that it can be better and things can be different and stuff like that. Or if they're at a different vendor, a different vendor's table, and they saw an animal for one price, and they come to our table and it's a different price.
Yeah.
I'm not above or below telling them and explaining why one animal would be priced at this amount, because maybe it's a wild caught animal, or a something like that, versus this is a captive bred animal, and
Yeah.
kind of explaining the importance of that. And yeah, I'm always down to let people learn. I don't want to be
Yeah.
mean. I feel like that's the important
Yeah.
part,
Right.
because then people stop listening. So if you can find a way to level with people in a calm, relatable manner, I think it's a lot easier to get to the end goal, rather.
Yeah. Exactly. Because we were once in their shoes too in the beginning. We all had to start somewhere. And that's a very relatable thing if you can relate to them. And you certainly have shown that. And what was it you said? The cage boxes?
Yeah. So the company is Camo Cages, but yeah, we make like PVC reptile enclosures and stuff like that. But
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was just from our chat from the camel.
oh yeah, the steel box or whatever.
Oh, that's hilarious.
No,
Anyways, getting back to serious talk. It's about positive vibes here, right? We joke around.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So the camel, I'm sorry, I just can't get through that. Um, when it comes to animals of these certain reptiles, can you have a specific advice for using a certain enclosure for newcomers or even old comers? Like, for
Yeah,
example, I have a crested gecko or a chameleon and I want to put that animal in that enclosure. Like, what kind of advice would you give someone who wants a certain animal in that type of enclosure?
totally. So that's a really, really good question. And I feel like there's a bunch of different style of enclosures. How's it going? In the hobby, and they all have their place. I
Yeah.
have some glass enclosures that work great for the applications of like, drier species that don't really need to be humid. I have PVC enclosures that are great for animals that need to be really humid and wet all the time or moist.
Yeah.
And then there's kind of every level in between. If someone were to come up to our table and say, "Hey, I just got a chameleon. I really like your cages. What cage would you recommend?" I would let them know that unfortunately our cages aren't good for chameleons. They need to have a lot more airflow. They need to have more screen and mesh. And most of our PVC cages are, completely PVC.
Yeah.
And if they're not, they only have a little bit of mesh. So I
Yeah.
would probably refer them to like a Tamara Designs enclosure or something, if there's someone at the expo that I know has what they were looking for, I'd kind of point them in that direction. But it's always super important when you're researching your animal to know the needs of them. And what I like to associate with is like glass cages, good for drier animals, plastic cages, good for, animals that like it humid, and then, mesh cages for animals that need a lot of ventilation and whatnot.
Right. Yeah, that's very good point because every specific reptile has a specific need.
Mm-hmm.
And although they're a reptile, you would think it's just one thing that they need. No. A
Right.
chameleon is a reptile and so is a crested gecko, but they're completely separate and they
Right.
need, yeah, just like I said, they're completely
Totally.
different. Yeah.
And kind of being newer into the hobby,
Mhm.
when I first started, I was kind of really into the DIY cages and like stuff like that. So I've kind of over the years figured out what works and what doesn't work and what's good for some species. But there's ways to keep reptiles in like sterilite tubs. Like I
Yeah.
have a lot of my green tree pythons before they get to like their adult size enclosures. Like I keep them in. Yeah, exactly. Here, I'll show you as well.
Yes. Do a run through. I'm gonna blow you up.
Yeah.
Oh
So
wow, that's cool.
yeah, so you can keep, it doesn't have to be a $300 or a $500 PVC enclosure to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
These are the camo cages that we do. Those are the PVC ones, and like I said, I also have glass enclosures for like my baby monitor hatchlings and stuff like that. So you know, every application is it has its place, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, really all that matters is just the health of the animal, right? And there's a lot
Yeah.
of ways to achieve a healthy animal, and they're all right, so.
Yeah. Tristan says, ask about the Cheeto hemipene cat.
Oh yeah,
Tristan, what are you talking about?
that's a fun one. Well, not fun, but I keep as well as this little room. I have a couple animals that live outside,
Okay.
and that's going to be my Argus monitor, and I bred them for the first time last year, and it was my first time breeding monitors, so I was just kind of trying to figure out some ways to kind of let him know, like, hey, a girl's coming, like, be ready, get a haircut, get some cologne on, whatever. So I took some of the dirt from the female Argus monitor's enclosure and I put it in his enclosure outside, the day before I was planning on introducing them. And I went to work on Friday all day long. It's in the middle of summer in Arizona, like 110, 112 degrees out, like just miserable.
Mm.
I come home and it's already dark out. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, I wake up early in the morning, pair the lizards, and I plan on being home all day long just to keep an eye on them. Like I made a day of it. So I go wake up in the morning and I go to check outside, like go outside and check on him. And he's kind of laying like all on his log limp. I'm like, what the? And there's blood everywhere, all over his enclosure. Yeah. And what had happened was he kind of smelled the pheromones from the girl's dirt and he got really excited. And his hemipenes, you know, his male reproductive organs,
Yeah.
everted, and he either nicked it on a branch or it got stuck out and fried in the sun. But one of them got stuck out and it just turned into like a crispy, crunchy hot Cheeto. And it was horrible. I pick him up and he's like, oh man, like just
No.
awful. So I soak them for a couple days and I try to work the hemipene in, you know, and at one point I was just like, this is above me. This is way beyond me. So we took him to the vet and he had to have it amputated. So he's down one wiener.
Mhm.
But
One Cheeto.
well, yeah, he's one Cheeto down, one left. But
Yeah.
a couple months later, I was able to pair them with the female still, and he was able to get the job done. And he gave me a couple babies this year, which was pretty sweet.
Mm-hmm. See,
But
it's not about this. It's about how you use it. See, okay.
yeah, exactly. It's not about how many; it's about
Yeah. Courtney had a really good question here. I put it on stage. Show. Okay. In your experience, what subtle husbandry mistakes do you see most often with monitors and green trees?
absolutely. So
Mm.
I think with monitors specifically, the number one subtle husbandry mistake that I see people making is the diet.
Mhm.
And a lot of people think that they're doing really well. They think that they're helping the animal. But what people have kind of come to find after keeping these monitor lizards for years is that when people are feeding grocery store meats as a staple diet, like chicken breasts, chicken gizzards, chicken livers, chicken feet, foods that are intended for human consumption, that have like probiotics for people and stuff like that, these monitor lizards can't digest it properly, and it shortens their lifespan significantly, and it also can develop neurological issues.
Hmm.
So I think as a treat, you know, once every couple weeks or something, give them a
Mhm.
gizzard, give them some tilapia. I think that's fine, but it's when you're doing that as daily feeding,
Yeah.
that's when it becomes the issue. So I like to do like whole prey, which insects, rodents, birds, chickens,
Yeah.
quail. Those are my staple feeders for the monitors, and I've found great success with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And Courtney found it really interesting, and I did too, because a lot of people think whether it's a snake or whatever, you have to feed them only rats or something
Right,
like that. No, there's a variety, and of course you have to be careful with that variety, and
right.
that goes along with doing your research before you get the animal.
Correct. And also, something that has kind of helped me grow is you're never an expert, right? So as long as you keep an open mind, like as long as you never stop learning about your animal will be happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Because once you're like, nope, I know everything, I'm going to stop learning about them. That's
No.
when I feel like the care starts to fall off a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're right.
So I would
Absolutely.
say another thing with like the subtle husbandry is humidity, and that'll tie into the monitors and the green tree pythons. If you aren't keeping them constantly at the correct humidity, their kidneys are working on overdrive,
Ah.
and it's harder for them to pass their urates.
Mhm.
And with that kind of both things happening, it shortens their lifespan, and they die from like internal dehydration, because there's multiple ways to hydrate your animal, and one is obviously drinking water, but another one, these animals, they really need that moist air, and it really takes a toll on them if they're not kept at the correct humidity consistently.
Yeah. I want to give a quick experience. So I saw this one video about this one person, and they had tarantulas, and I'm a specialist in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they had them in a critter keeper. Nothing wrong with it. The only thing was the substrate was like 1 inch, no water dish, because he said it keeps putting dirt in the water dish, which is understandable. However, if you're gonna have an animal, hey Chris,
Hey,
how's it going?
hey, you made it.
sorry I'm late.
No worries.
Awesome. We're happy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. You froze? Did he freeze? Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you guys.
Okay. Chris, Ben, Chris.
How's it going, man?
Good. How yourself? Nice to
I'm
meet
doing
you.
good. Sorry, I got here, got late, just got off work. But what's going on? What are we talking about?
We actually have another question here from Courtney. I'll tell my story later. Okay, my question then. I have to beat up my 3-year-old, because if green tree pythons could talk, what part of their care do you think they'd complain about the most?
That's a good question.
Oh, did you freeze?
I feel like their stick size. I feel like they can get real particular about that, and a lot of people just use a naked PVC branch, and I've found that mine just really do well on like a natural stick, or like a twisted PVC branch covered in dry lock. But yeah, I think they would complain about their branches the most.
Yeah, that's important, because that's what they're known for, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if your green tree python is not on the branch, that is a big red flag.
Yeah. How familiar are you with rainbow boas?
I don't keep any, but working at the reptile store, our owner had a large collection of his like own breeding animals, and he would breed Brazilian rainbow boas. So we cared for them pretty often, and a couple of my good friends keep a good number of rainbow boas, but in my own collection, I don't have any.
Yeah. I have one question before Chris can get onto it. I have 3 on the way. Oh, that's awesome, Kyle. That's awesome.
Nice.
What would you say that which snake would you say that has the most misunderstood care guide? Like, for example, a rainbow boa and a green tree python. They're both rumored to be like the worst care to keep up with.
Yeah, totally. I would say one of the worst, like misunderstood and kind of poorly kept, would be, yeah, I would say either rainbow boas or like false water cobras. I feel like those animals are kind of, a lot of people keep them really like wet and swampy, thinking that that's what they need, and they can develop skin blisters if you kind of are keeping them too wet. Like, yes, they are, a water colubrid or a boa species that likes it very humid, but there's a difference between having a wet, saturated substrate and a humid enclosure, right? Yeah. And I feel like people have a hard time differentiating that.
Okay. Yeah, that's because that was my initial thought was the rainbow boa was like the most hard to keep animal in captivity because of the husbandry requirements. So I was like, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that kind of sucks, right? Because, maybe you love, rainbow boas, right? But you're kind of like a little scared of that because everyone's like, they're so hard. They're so hard. But I feel like once you understand their care, you'd be fine, So
Yeah.
there's a lot of that in reptiles and like, animal keeping in general, whether it be arachnids, inverts, birds, fish. There's always people that have been in the hobby that are like, that's bad, don't do it, it's going to be a waste of time. But it doesn't really need to be that loud and scary.
Exactly. Welcome back, Chris.
Welcome back. I would say, Kyle, for keeping a humid enclosure would be PVC enclosure, big water bowl underneath the heat source. So that heat source is warming up that water and it's evaporating, causing, ambient humidity in the air. Exactly. And condensation on the walls. And, you can mist, but don't keep the substrate real gross and swampy.
Yeah. Hi, Pete.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So Pete, I actually got what we were talking about earlier, my Batman, I got him from Pete. And Pete, he's doing great. He's big, he's chunky. I love him. He's
nice.
Alrighty. So Ben, this is Chris, our CEO.
CEO Chris. What's up, man?
What's going on, brother? Yeah. I just want to know, what do you work with? I'm sorry, I didn't.
Yeah, so I'm kind of all over the board with what I work with, but I would say mostly like arboreal or semi-arboreal, kind of niche, more uncommon reptiles, green tree pythons, some different monitor species, and some scrub pythons, and a couple of other colubrids, baron racers.
Ooh.
So yeah.
No. Yeah, you said racers?
Yeah, the Barons racers, the ones that have kind of like the little look like the rhino.
Okay.
They look like the rhino rat snakes, but they just come in like different colors.
Yeah, there's one that I've seen that's very like a neon green with a black race or line on its like snout, from the snout down to the underline of the eye. It was so cool.
Nice. Yep. I love how different they all look. Like you can hatch out 16 of them, and every 4 different ones will be a different shade of color. It's pretty cool. The brown, blue, green, and then if you're really, really lucky, they can come out yellow too. But
do you breed them or
so I haven't produced any myself, but the person that one of my side jobs is taking care of a good friend of mine's reptile collection a couple days out of the week, and he breeds them. So he's hooked me up with a couple babies.
Cool.
That's nice. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
How's their care?
Pretty easy. They're colubrids, so they're gonna eat a lot. They're gonna poop a lot. But they're from Argentina, so a lot of people kind of mistake Argentina with being like the rainforest, but it's more of like a dry, humid, and kind of like mountainous. It can get really cold where they're from, and also really warm. So I keep them on like aspen bedding and give them some branches to climb and a couple hides, and they're cruising all day long.
Cool. So Chris, we're at the halfway mark, and this is the mark where we play the sponsors and commercials.
Okay.
So don't go anywhere, Ben.
Oh, I'm not going nowhere.
Hold on, let me turn off the sponsor thing on the bottom, and then play the reel.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Lights come on, pulse in the air, we unite. Cold-blooded cafe, feet in the night. Cold-blooded caffeine, fueling the fight. Reptile crew got our backs tight. Thank you fam for keeping us all. CMB reptiles rolling with soul. Hold no soul, lifting the goal. Together we burn like burning coal. Elevate, more fries in the show. Irresistible pythons letting it flow. Battery crew, yeah, we watch them go. Indigo, reptile co, set the glow. Shut up feeders, we're shut out feeders. Under the rock with cold-blooded hitters. Ship your reptiles, make life better. South Bay reptiles, through every weather. Blue Pong, Shaman, Blue Tongue Republic. Arc adventures, riding Republic. No fakes, no breaks, dreams embellished. Sponsors love through beats we rise, showing thanks met under the skies. Unite the world, reptile ties, cold blood, warm hearts, no disguise.
I want to play one more reel because I want to see if this is our new one. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. Static crackles, the air feels alive. Chris and Kat on the mic, they arrive. Voices painting colors like a neon tide. Turn it up, let the rhythm flow. Vibes up high, let the good sheets grow. Vibes up, sharing positivity. Lifting hearts, inspiring unity. Chris and Kat with the spark we need. Vibes up, they plant the seed.
Oh,
Busted.
Yeah,
look at you, Chris. Okay.
I had to get it up there.
Nice.
All right. So go on, Kat. Go ahead.
Yeah. Wait, we have a few more. We have this one. I like to play this one all the time because Kiko and Kyle are our great friends. So I'm going to play this one.
Beasts, Brews, and Botany is the most unique reptile show in Northern Virginia and maybe in the country. It's at Eavesdrop Brewery that has delicious alcoholic beverages and a wonderful array of food in the area as well. Courtyards to chill in. It's dog friendly. It's kid friendly. You can bring the whole entire family out. You can get all your plants, arachnids, reptiles. You could get dart frogs, vampire crabs, and take photos with reptiles as well. The first Sunday of each month at Eavesdrop Brewery is Beasts and Brews, so the reptile show. And the second Sunday of every month is Brews and Botany at Eavesdrop Brewery. Now, this event is held by my good friend Kiko, and he actually has a variety of carnivorous plants as well. He ships said carnivorous plants anywhere in the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. So that's Venus flytraps, sundews, any carnivorous plant you could want. Go give him a follow at Flora Esoterica on Instagram and Facebook. And definitely, if you're in Northern Virginia, you need to check out Beasts, Brews, and Botany. You will not be disappointed.
Nice.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah. That is made by our buddy Kyle. And I think you've got to meet Kiko. He's right here. There it is.
Nice.
Kuya! Oh, that is here. Awesome. Awesome.
So, what other groups are you? Are you like in any other group chats on Instagram or anything?
No, not really. I'm in the Markham, reptiles community, and then there's another like a small boega, like the cat-eyed snake group chat that has just a couple people. Most of them are like just my friends in Arizona, but other than that, no, I'm pretty low key. I don't really know many people in the community outside of like my little circle here in Arizona. But I feel like over the last couple months since Kyle's kind of brought me into it, I've definitely met a lot of cool people for sure.
So CNB reptiles.
Yes, absolutely. I
Yeah.
work with Bill.
Yeah, Bill. Oh yeah.
No way.
Yep. CNB.
Nice.
He sponsored that for me to get it tattooed, so he paid for it.
Dang,
It was a birthday gift.
that's cool.
Yeah. So I got that sponsored, and then I got Ship Your Reptiles sponsored. My buddy actually does a podcast with CNB right now on Retix.
Yeah.
Levi.
Who's your buddy, Levi?
Yeah. We used to,
Nice.
if you go back on this channel, you can go back to Sexin' and Flexin', where we first started. It was me and Levi.
Okay.
And then when I started Untamed and Unhinged, it was me and Eric. I had another co-host because I came back. Because we kind of like just went our own ways, me and Levi. And then I got Eric, and then I launched Untamed Unhinged Reptile Podcast.
Nice.
Then Eric had a baby, so he had to leave for a little bit. and I started running shows under me by myself. Like Cat had a spider show, and then I had somebody else do like another boa show or something.
Nice.
And then we just kept going and going, and then they just started leaving on their own. Like it was a lot for them or something, you know. And then Kat became my host on Untamed Unhinged, and then she started her own show. Now we got this show. So
there we go.
That's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, it's good though, right? You want to always keep evolving and keep growing, and you know,
all
doing
for a good cause.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we're always trying to like spread like throughout the community, get everybody to get on that positive vibe. Like when you come on the show, we want you to say something positive, like you know, like it could be anything, like what's going on positive in your life. What's most impact you right now positively? What?
Yeah, I would say right now, I recently got married in July, so kind of trying. Thank you. Trying to figure out life as like a married man and balancing everything, and you know, trying to keep everything afloat. So I would say, just kind of. So I work a lot. Like I work, 40 hours plus on my day job, and then I have my side job caring for my buddy's reptiles, and then I also have thank you very much. I appreciate that. And then I also have the side job doing the social media for Bill, and so I'm not really home, right? Thank you. So I really do appreciate, my wife being able to kind of like hold things down and stuff, and be patient with me and stuff. And she brings a lot of positivity, and I'll just come home so dead from the day. And the second I see her, I get to talk to her, it's like, oh, cool, we're back, like sick. So she's, I wouldn't be able to do half of the stuff I do without her. She's kind of the grounding,
Shout out to the wives.
For sure. But other than that, being able to like come see snakes every day also keeps it, pretty sweet. I love working with, bright green colored snakes. It's hard to not be positive when you're seeing these. It's, when they're just trying to bite you in the face, it's not always. But other than that, it's pretty easy to stay positive around like really cool animals that are, well taken care of.
Yeah, for sure. I think you have one of the coolest jobs out there. I mean, we love to work with animals, and even if it's at our own house, we have a small zoo, but like being able to actually work with animals, I feel like it's a blessing.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I always sometimes people absolutely. Sometimes people kind of look at you crazy too when you kind of talk about it, and you're like, oh, I have this, but it just brings me so much joy. So I really could care less what other people think, right? And that's what's important.
What's up, Vincent?
Vinny! I always call him Big Daddy Vinny.
I haven't seen Vinny in a minute since he made that cutting board for me.
Oh,
that was the last time I talked to Vinny. It's been a minute.
You put it up there?
No, I haven't moved it over yet. It's still at my mom's house. I gotta go pick all that stuff up.
Oh, wow.
After she sold my snakes, all I got is the empty rack. So I just gotta move everything over.
Oh. Yeah, first time I met Vinny was at Gettysburg. I walked right by him. I didn't even see him. He was like, hello. I'm like, oh, hi. It was funny. But yeah, he's a great guy.
Nice.
There he goes, laughing.
How's the weather over there? Is it cold?
Yes, it's horrible.
Oh no.
It hasn't been this horrible since 1997.
Oh my God. Since I was 1 year old.
Whoa.
I'm a 96 baby.
Dang, you could be my son.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say that's crazy.
Well, actually, kind of, yeah.
Kind of, maybe.
Hi, Mama.
Kind
of. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. My daughter. This is all right here.
Hi, honey. Hi. She's so cute.
She actually loves. Actually, she was scared of snakes. Now she loves having
No.
them. Yeah, she loves them
Nice.
now.
That's what it's all
Wow.
about.
Like
Look
she,
at this. Look at, I have a snake right here. Isn't it pretty? It's black and white. It has a checkerboard pattern on its belly. Look at that. Pretty.
her name's Serena.
Serena. Hi, Serena.
They say hi,
Hi.
little Chris. Very cute.
That's
Yeah, she was scared of snakes, but now they get them and they kiss them.
That's
The daughter snakes, they're like, it's just a baby, they do that whole thing.
mhm.
Now, like, they take care of her, and like, they help me with the snakes and everything. So they're really good now.
nice.
That's
Now,
good.
the only problem is trying to get their mom to love snakes. She's not.
Oh my god, amazing. They have those bumps in it.
Oh yeah, one of the male got a bacteria infection. So
Oh no.
Mm.
yeah, Jeff from JMG
Yeah.
Hognose. Yeah, he was telling me. I sent him a picture of his body. Like he has these little lumps. He says I'm gonna have to cut them open and then clean it out and put iodine on them. And then I'm gonna have to buy this bacteria stuff, an antibiotic that I'm gonna have to put on his food so he can eat and get rid of the bacteria inside. I don't know how he got it, where he got it from, but they're like cyst on
Mm-hmm.
snakes.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy because I keep this stuff clean.
Mhm.
I don't know
Right.
where he got it from.
Ah, the
Could be
animals,
animal.
man. You never know.
Yeah. Well, you feed them. It could come from there too.
That's what I was thinking. The last thing he ate was the Petco. I bought a freeze rat because that's where it's closed.
Yeah.
Or PetSmart, sorry, PetSmart. It was a frozen rat,
Mm-hmm.
and he ate it. Well, it was frozen thawed, you know what I mean? So it's thawed out, and he eats it. And that was the last thing he ate, and then he started getting bumps after that.
Hmm. That's weird.
Oh.
And there's no like. I know towards Texas and Arizona, is it true that there's not a big variety of wild rats and stuff like that because of the heat or anything like that? Is that true?
I feel like in Arizona, you don't really see like rats kind of running around unless you're like downtown, going from the dumpsters and stuff.
Mm.
But there are like when you go herping out in the desert, there'll be big brush piles, right? And there'll be like pack rats that kind of live in the brush piles, but outside of that, not so much.
Mm. Okay, so I'm assuming like what's that word when you're packing rats from other companies around America? Maybe somehow along the way it got infected with something, and then it just ended up in that store.
Totally. Or like even when the frozen feeder kind of thaws out and then gets frozen again, that can mess it up. I've heard, I never dealt with it, but there was like the China rodent like scare where there was a shipment of rodents that came in from overseas that was bad, and then a bunch of people purchased from a wholesaler and fed their snakes, and like a week later all these snakes were dead, and they kind of linked it to those feeders. So you really can never know, and that's the scary part. Like unless you're breeding these feeders yourself, you're using like RO water every time, like you really just never know. For the most part, everything's going to be fine, right? But like you said, now you have just a random like bacterial infection that you have to perform surgery on your hognose. Like that sucks.
Yeah, that's a really good point that Kyle brought up. Just like human food, frozen and thawed, then frozen isn't good. Yeah, like yeah.
I don't know. I know we don't have a variety of food like that of mice out here. Like ASS, we have a lot of.
And where are you out? Where are you out of?
I'm in San Antonio, Texas.
Ah, okay.
Well, right now I'm in Bon Army, Texas, so I'm in Texas though. But
heard ASFs are like the best. That's one feeder I haven't tried.
Supposed to be, but like, I mean, they're good to breed, but I mean, they stink.
Really?
Yeah. It's just hard to keep their smell down. Like,
Totally.
there's a bunch. They produce fast too.
Breeding rodents is like a full-time job. No, thank
Oh,
you.
definitely.
No,
Definitely.
thank
I would hire somebody just to stay in there and work on that.
you,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah.
I don't like doing it. I'm gonna tell you what,
Mhm.
that's why I cut them all off. I was like, I'm not gonna do this anymore. And then I was getting them from the sponsor, Cold Blooded Cafe.
Yeah, I saw
Uh,
that.
and I was like $300 for feeders. Feeders. I was getting quail, baby chicks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, because I would feed quail to the hognoses. They eat that.
Oh yeah.
I buy feeder fish. They eat feeder fish as well. Um, so I would feed them a variety of food. So she's getting pretty thick. So the girl is, but the boy just, I don't know. I think he has this bacterial infection. It's not doing so well.
Mm.
Mm.
And
Well,
I was talking to
Sweet
Jeff.
Jeff was like able to give you like some solid advice too, and like instead of having to take it to the vet and kind of deal with all that, he gave you like ways to deal with it yourself. It sounds
Yeah,
like it's a mission still, but at least he's helping out. That's sweet.
yeah, yeah. He gave me like a whole like voicemail on what to do and what not to do, like with those cysts on that the snake has.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
That's good that you have people that can. That's a good thing about this hobby is like you have multiple people that can give you good advice.
Absolutely. And like being a breeder, it's always nice to hear and see someone helping their customer when something's not, going well long term, right? Like,
why? What's wrong with them?
so that's
Yeah.
good. That's what you want to see.
Yeah. So I don't know if Chris has anything further, but I have a game to play. It's not like on Web Wonders. This one is a this or that type of
Okay.
game. If you want to play
Yeah, you
Go
said it
ahead.
was like a what?
a this or that.
Oh yeah. Go for it.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Come here, Sam. Hold on.
Uh,
Yeah. So look, here's the little bump that I'm gonna have to cut open here.
Here, I'm gonna blow you up.
Right here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
It's a
it's just
little,
one?
yeah. No, he has 2 or 3, I think. He has
Oh
another one
wow.
right here on the back of his head.
Wow.
And then you got to clean it. Wow, man.
Yeah. So what I have to do is cut him open, squeeze out whatever is in there, because he said it's like a cyst,
Yeah.
and then I got to put some iodine on him, and then I got to go buy this bacteria stuff to put on his food,
Mm-hmm.
and then see that goes away.
Huh.
Yeah, that's
And
the thing that people don't realize is that they can get sick, and we
Right.
have to be there because they're
Absolutely.
gonna say, "Ow, I'm sick."
what do you mean?
All right, so you ready to play the game?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Okay, so every week I do a list of words that I get off from Google, and I just,
Sorry,
sometimes.
she's asking me questions. She's
Okay.
like, "Is he gonna die?" And I said, "No."
No.
But I'm like, he might. I mean, I don't know, because like when I cut him open, when I cut it open, squeeze it out, and then clean it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Like possibility,
Got my
maybe.
fingers
I don't know,
crossed for
right?
you.
Right.
She just fell in love with the snake. She doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah. Take good care of it, and it'll be okay.
Okay.
All right. So our first word is: would you rather have a custom-made enclosure or build it yourself?
Custom made enclosure.
Custom made enclosure. Like I love building them myself,
I'm lazy.
but then like you got to take so long to do it. Like there's the pure satisfaction of like placing an order and then having exactly what you ordered come is awesome. Like it's cool seeing your vision be built in front of you, but man, like you said, I'm getting too lazy and I'm tired of building cages. Just bring it to me.
Yeah, true. All right. Next one is: would you rather be a comic book hero or a villain?
Feeling.
Yeah, I think villain.
Okay. Me too. All right.
100%.
Oh, Would you rather get bit by a snake or scratched by a cat?
Bit by a snake.
Definitely.
Cat
Really?
scratches suck.
Yeah, because the doctor, like, I went to a hospital, and when I had that hole in my leg, when I got stitched up, they told me the most seen accidents because I was telling them I work with snakes.
Mhm.
And it's like, it's funny, you never get somebody to come in here for a snake bite, but they always come in here for a dog bite or a cat bite or a cat scratching.
Uh-huh.
So
Weird.
I'd rather get bit by a snake.
Oh yeah. And I'm allergic to cats, so like when they do scratch, and I have a cat, like it is what it is. But I'll play rough with them sometimes, and when he gets me, like I just swell up, and like I just hate
Yeah,
it.
me too. I'm allergic to cats and dogs, but I used to have a cat and I had to get rid of it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Would you rather have blue lush hair or long Goldilocks?
Blue lush hair for me.
Goldilocks.
I said blue lush hair.
Okay. Would you rather get punked or pull a prank on someone?
Full of prank.
I love pranking people.
Good.
In good fun. In good fun.
Right, right. All right. Ooh, okay. Would you
But
rather raise 100 snakes or raise 100 rats?
100 snakes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with that. 100 snakes.
Yeah, same.
100 snakes smells way less.
Yes.
Look, remember I said hero villain?
Yeah.
I'm a Superman fan, but
Nice.
I've been doing like a Venom thing. Venom's like a villain.
Anti-hero. Okay.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh, okay. Would you rather wear a dress for $1,000 or high heels for $1,000?
I think my calves would look pretty nice in some high heels, so we'll rock the heels.
Okay. Okay. Would you rather be raised in the 1800s or raised in the 1980s?
Probably the 1980s. Things
Yeah.
were pretty depressing in the 1800s.
Right? Here. Oh, how dare you, Art, but I thought of you. Okay. Okay, this is another reference. Would you rather only have a Walkman or only have a CD player?
CD player.
Yeah, I was a CD player for sure.
I mean, I had both. I had a Walkman and a CD player, and then I had the old school flip phone.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
I'm old.
I would go with the Walkman. I think that was the best. All right. Okay. Would you rather travel to Alaska or to the Antarctica?
Well, that's the same. It's both cold.
True, but Alaska has all seasons. Parts of it.
Imagine being dark for 30 days straight, though. Like, holy shit.
Right?
I don't know. I think I'd be down for the 30 days of dark. I feel like it'd be cool to see it because I've never experienced that. So I might just go with the 30 days of dark.
Every night party.
Right? In the snow. Just throw them out in the snow. Yeah, we got ice chests in the back. Just they're right there in the back on the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, right there.
Heck yeah. All right. Would you rather be a zombie or be a vampire?
Vampire.
A zombie, because I feel like vampire you can kill easily. A zombie, I mean, different kinds of zombies. Depends. What am I? Am I super?
True.
World War Z zombies. Those things were terrifying.
Exactly.
Or like The Last of Us.
Would you be a vampire or a zombie?
A vampire.
Vampire.
Yeah, if it was a World War Z zombie, I'm dead. Go on without me. All right. Would you rather learn how to play a piano or a guitar?
Guitar.
Guitar? You said guitar?
I think piano.
I would do piano.
Yeah. I'm with guitar.
Right? I want to play chopsticks.
Okay, next one. Okay, so we're done with the this or that, but we have 3 positive questions. Okay. What does Ben wish to be known for the most?
I think how much I care about animals. Not just my animals, but I just love animals in general. Reptiles are, what my major interest in right now, but I love, big cats. I love little cats. I love dogs, elephant. Like, I just love animals, birds, everything. I'll go see a pigeon. I'm like, man, I feel bad for that pigeon. We just, like, so yeah, I'd like to be remembered for how much I love animals.
Awesome. That's a really good one.
That was good.
Thank you.
All right. What does something you wish that can be introduced to the hobby?
I think better husbandry tools. So whether that be water bowls that are easier to clean, tongs that are like, better priced. I would just like things to just kind of maybe come down in price a little bit, just so that everyone has more access to these wonderful tools,
That's a good idea.
Like misting system. Like, I don't know if a misting system really needs to be $200.
Right?
Obviously, there's alternatives everywhere, and Amazon is going to be an awesome place. But I think it would be cool to get like UVB bulbs and units down in pricing a little bit, halogen bulbs down in pricing a little bit, and maybe more people would feel comfortable using them.
Nice. Yeah.
So do y'all use faucet water or filtered water?
A little both. I try to stay as much as I can on RO water, but I'll be super honest. It's hard to stay on top of filling my jugs all the time, So if I don't have it, they get tap water with a little dechlorinator in it, So
Okay. Yeah, because I was just doing tap water and the bowls, like you said, the water leaves on the bottom.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's hard to clean it out, even with the sponge, like just eat into the bowl.
Yeah, I'm just like, what the heck is this stuff?
Yeah.
Pain in the butt.
But seeing that makes you think like, damn, this is harsh for the animal too then.
Right, they're all
like, damn. So that's why I was asking, like, what other like bowls are there like out there that don't do that?
So there's these I forget exactly what the brand is, but there's a certain type of ceramic bowl that I've found holds up against that better than some of the other ones. And they're just really expensive. They're like $14 for a little bowl that's like this big.
Oh, wow.
Like,
yikes.
Right, but
come on, I better be rich.
You know what I mean? Like, that's so extra. That doesn't need to be $14.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
That's your reptile one, right?
Yeah. Here, I can do a little
yeah,
spin.
she's asking. She wants to see.
Yeah. Let me blow it up.
Here, if I get closer, everything should kind of unblur. So
I'm trying to blow it up.
Yeah. So there's some of my smaller snakes.
It's a different room. Okay.
That's cool.
Those are nice.
Green cheese.
Is it me or is the light purple?
It's pink and I hate it.
Oh, cool.
So I bought these LED light strips on Amazon, not realizing that they had like a pink grow light hue to them. So everything's kind of pink in this room on that side. But I want to change the lighting out on them, but I pulled the trigger on them and it's like, $150, $200 in LED lighting, and it's a punch in the nuts to just take it all down and throw up another one that's a slightly different color, but that's probably what I'll end up doing.
I don't know. I like it. It looks good. I don't know.
Thank you.
I like pink. I like pink. You can ask her. She knows I love pink.
Real man love pink.
No, I like pink. You like?
I like pink.
Yeah.
My shoes are pink. You know that.
That's it.
Whatever. All right, go ahead.
So Ben, for our last question, could you give us something positive from your heart about something you experienced or learned about this hobby?
Yeah. I would say something that we need more of in the hobby specifically is being able to just be kind with each other. If you see someone doing something that either A, you don't like, or you think it's bad for the animal, I think it's always going to be easier to reach someone being in a kind manner and relating to them more on a human level, other than like, hey, what you're doing is wrong and you stink. Like, that's really not going to get you anywhere, right? So I would like to see more people, maybe instead of immediately going after someone, taking a step back, evaluating the situation, see how, they would want to be treated in that situation and kind of emulate that, as corny as it is, treat others the way you want to be treated. And it goes a long way.
Yes, absolutely right. That was perfect. Thank you for sharing that.
That's kind of like that other question I asked, right, Kat? That you change one thing, what would it be and why?
Yeah, totally. Ask it.
I feel like it's the same question he just answered. I feel like he would say the same thing.
Yeah, if I could change one thing, it would be I would like people to change being so negative or mean. But like you said, yeah, like same but different.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, but it's hard though when you do that. Like when you confront somebody, they get offended.
Right. It's very hard because even when you do it nicely, they still get offended because they're like, oh, I'm doing something wrong. But if they can kind of switch that being offended to let me hear this person out, that kind of magic part happens. Not everyone's going to be right too. So obviously use your own 2 cents and your own experiences and make an educated, solution afterwards. But yeah, I think it's always nice to being able to hear people out on a personal level and a human level.
Very well. Yeah.
But whether or not they take it is on them. All you can do is your part, and it is what it is.
Exactly.
I agree. He said 100.
Santos! Yalla, Habibi. 100. You take that
that?
Oh. Sammy! Sammy's here.
What up?
Sammy. Oh, look. Dom. Did you put it up there? Oh, here we go. Hi, Dom.
What up?
Everybody's showing up. That's good. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
I have an announcement before we leave. So right here, Sammy and I, along with a few of our other friends like Kevin, Sugar Skulls, Pete, Garden State, Steve, SRS Exotics, Paul, Large Morphs, Nash, Tom Patterson, of course, our tarantula president. We're all going to be this Saturday at the Long Island Nassau Reptile Expo at the Cradles of Aviation Museum. So please come see us. We are going to be there vending, and some of us are going to go out and hang out. So if you guys could just come on, say hi to us, get some goodies, and we'll have a great time.
You heard the lady.
Thank you, guys.
Got anything else to say before we get on out of here?
No. Love your snakes.
There you go.
Go awesome. Take care of your snakes.
I'm gonna go watch your tour on YouTube. Apparently, you have a tour.
Oh, sweet. Yeah. That was fun doing that one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch that.
Nice. See if I can look for that comment. Everyone, go watch that episode, the tour. Kyle, can you put that up? Because I think we ran out of the comments to click on it. But yeah, whose channel is that on? Is that yours, Ben?
No, that's on Kyle's channel.
Oh, it's on Kyle's channel. Okay.
Yeah, it'll be Kyle's channel. Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome. So everyone, please go follow and subscribe to Markham Reptiles and go check that video out on Ben's tour. So that would be really cool to watch.
Yeah, I think if you go on YouTube and you type in Rooted Reptile Tour, it should come up.
Okay, awesome.
I'm sorry for being late, man. Next time,
no worries.
I'll jump on early. I just been working a lot.
I get it.
So, yeah, and then I had to take the little one to the doctor, and that was a lot.
Oh, good.
Now I'm about to go play football with this girl.
Nice. That's what's up.
Oh, she's so cute. Thank you, Adrian. Ben, oh, sorry, I was just reading that. For anyone who don't know you, how can they reach you, get in contact with you, check you out?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can find me at Rooted Reptile on Instagram and TikTok. I typically always reply to messages. I might not respond right away. I don't have my notifications on, but I always try to get back to people. And then on Facebook, I'm on Facebook pretty regularly, and that'll just be Ben Saldivar on Facebook. So if you want to find me, that's where you can.
Awesome. Well, we appreciate you to the fullest of being here. It's been a blast.
It was a blast being here. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
It was last meeting you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
All right. Chris, do you want to do the outro?
Yeah, the new one. All right.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
Nice.
Remember, check on each other, love each other, and always lift each other up, never put each other down. You already know. Y'all have a great day or a great night.
Sheesh.